Hi there. I wanted to have a brief meeting to discuss some community service opportunities that our firm is going to be providing. And the goal here is to show our neighbors how. First, I want to start with a little icebreaker just so that everybody can kind of get to know a little bit about everybody. If you could please pick one of the two questions listed here and tell us your experience with community service. I will go first, and I'm going to answer the first question. What community service have you done in the past? And I am currently a part of a nonprofit group that does community service around my hometown, providing free opportunities for members in our society to kind of engage with one another and just do some fun events. We do fireworks for 4th of July. We do a mommy son dance in the spring. We do a daddy daughter dance in the fall. We just try to give some people different opportunities for stuff locally in our hometown. An overview of this project, we are trying to create community service opportunities that we as a firm care about. And I had some conversations with our leadership team prior to this meeting, and they have kind of given their seal of approval. We set forth some goals, which I'll share with you in a little bit, and we have been completely empowered to move forward with this and kind of figure out who we are as a firm, what our culture is, and share that while we are doing some community service. The rough details are we're going to be doing some service opportunities in Southwest Michigan, focusing primarily in Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties. We're going to try every last Friday of the month is going to be our community service day, where we're going to spend at least an hour helping out our communities. And if we can spend more, great. If we have to break that 60 minutes up into two 30-minute sessions, I think that's okay. But we also want everybody to know that everybody is invited. We have designated 3 different teams to kind of head this up, but that doesn't mean those are the only people that can work on this. In fact, those people are supposed to be, just kind of spreading the word and rallying the troops, really, and getting more people involved. I will run through our agenda quickly. We are going to talk about our community, about how we're going to work together, how things are going to be communicated, what our commitments actually are, what the goals are, and then what engagement options are available, and then finally who the team members are. So our community has kind of built this great foundation to help support community service. You can constantly hear on the radio or reading in the newspaper that there's always something fun to do as a business member in our community to help support those who need it. So being that one of our firm's core values is community, I think this is a really great way for us to kind of get our name out there and develop relationships with people inside our office, but also outside in other areas. We want to participate in things in community pieces that are important to us. So we'll do a little bit of brainstorming and figure out what those things are. And working together, the groups that we've decided on, the 3 project teams, are very intentionally compiled of people from all different departments, all different hierarchy levels, intentionally to kind of force us to work together and help boost our morale throughout the firm. This is an opportunity for us to kind of cultivate our culture, as we call it, where we develop who we are and what we do and the why behind it. So communication pieces, we will gonna try to push to over communicate during this piece, because it's only a once a month commitment for the community service, and then we're gonna also have a follow-up meeting after each community engagement piece. We're gonna really have to keep our communication lines open and truly understand who all needs to be communicated to. So one of the first things we need to figure out is defining what fun, interactive, and enticing things we like. What do we do? What do we want to participate in? And to start that, I think we should be asking our coworkers, our fellow teammates, maybe not particularly on these teams, but close to us that we work with every day, kind of use that icebreaker question that I had at the beginning of this presentation and ask them what they've already been involved in, and if they haven't, why, so we can better help understand what our what our why statement kind of is with this project. The things that we will not be doing is we will not be deterring from the goals that are set forth. Those goals are these commitments here listed here, and we are committed to 3 different project teams committing 1 hour a month to community service, as well as a once a month feedback session afterwards. So again, if we are doing community service acts on the last Friday of the month, then the following Monday we plan on having a meeting and sort of understanding, what went well, what didn't go well, what were some challenges, what are some of experiences that we can share with each other. And the events that we're going to be engaging in are very important to us. That's a big part of this, is we're going to do what we love. This isn't, to make our clients happy. This is the one thing that we're doing that is not for our clients. It's for us and for the area that we live in. Some quick things that I researched a little bit and found out. There are a handful of, like National Volunteer Week, Good Deeds Day, Random Acts of Kindness Day, International Volunteer Day, virtual volunteering. Those are all things that we could do anytime. And we should probably start implementing things for those specific events that are already planned kind of on the global calendar. But, keeping it close to home, there's the Therapeutic Equestrian Center, Slumberland Furniture, annual bed race, United Way boat race, and the Adopt a Highway, as well as many, many, many other opportunities out there. So these are just a few that I listed to kind of get your brains thinking and working about what is out there. And our next meeting is going to kind of extract what thoughts you guys have on where we should be focusing our time. The teams that we have decided on are Team 1 being Brian, Jamie, Brad, and Natalie. As you can see, they're all from different departments in our firm, as well as Team 2, which is Ken, Denise, Ryan, and Sarah, and Team 3, Ben, Sarah, Alan, and Stephanie. Brian, Ken, and Ben will be kind of the champions of those teams, and they will be making sure that everybody is understanding what their roles are, the flow of communication, how often we're meeting, where the meeting place is, and those types of things. So our last big thing is in 2 weeks, I have scheduled another meeting. It'll be on your calendar. For the next 2 weeks, I want you guys to take time to talk to your coworkers, ask them that icebreaker question, kind of understand what we've already participated in, what we haven't participated in, the why behind it, so we can kind of find out what we love, right? And then if you can bring back that information, as well as any other community service events that you are interested in, or that you have heard of, or that you'd like to know more about, bring them all back to this meeting. We'll have a little bit of what I like to call a brain dump, and we can kind of just throw all these ideas out on a wall and write them all down and kind of talk through them. That meeting might be a little bit longer, just so that we can really understand what we're looking at, where we're going to go, make sure all the people understand the roles on their teams, and then set up hopefully our first community engagement piece, or community service piece, I'm sorry, the following month. So thanks for hanging out and listening to me. Hopefully we can get some good feedback from this.